I am Jay Pitts presents. I am your life coach, and class is in session. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get the vibe right. Let me see what we gonna do. What we gonna do on this Wellness Check Wednesday? That'll get your body right. Hey man, let's play that. Let's play that Mac, man. You don't know nothing about Mac, man. Mac be doing his thing. I clearly Mac be doing his thing. Let Mac do his thing right quick. Wanna check Wednesday, get you in a good vibe, get your mind right here. Come on. Need to put you in a good headspace. Let Mac do his thing.
Open up. Get yourself. Burn up.
Take them.
Till you say when. Yeah.
That's how Mac do too.
Close enough. I can see.
You need to be in a good headspace.
From my phone. Say I don't need. No. Because there ain't no feeling like moving forward. I just can't get you
on, man.
My head.
Put us in a good headspace, baby.
If I was shooting anything, it's all straightforward. No need for something to I just wanna get away.
Sometimes you gotta get away, man.
Just wanna get away. I just wanna get away. What I got going on anyway. So I just wanna get away. Get away from you. Oh, I just wanna get away. I just wanna get away. Oh, I just wanna get away. Set us on your feet.
Right.
Yes, I'm split in three. Let me get my speech.
What up?
Never have to miss me. Never miss me.
Number one time. Yeah, what up, man? It's Wellness Check Wednesday, baby. What y'all know about Mac? There was something in this red. I just wanna get away. Sometimes you gotta get away. I just wanna get away. I just wanna get away. What I got going on anyway. So I just wanna get away. Get away from you. Come on, man.
Please stay home. I just wanna get away. I just wanna get away. Oh, I just wanna get away. I'm singing no. I just wanna get away.
Hope y'all doing good first.
No. I just wanna get away. I just wanna get away. Oh, I just wanna get away.
I'm gonna drop a jewel in a minute. Courtesy of Mac. That song will be good vibes. I'm gonna drop a jewel for you. I'm gonna drop
just wanna get away.
What's up with you, y'all, in a minute? Courtesy of that boy Mac. That boy Mac. Courtesy of that boy Mac. Yes, sir. Yeah, we had to get the vibe right, man. This is Wellness Check Wednesday, man. We got to make sure y'all in good vibes. Like I always say, man, on Wellness Check Wednesday, check up on you, then go check up on your people. You can't do nothing for nobody else until you do it for yourself first. That is your reality. That is your responsibility to not only check up on your people, but you got to check up on you first because you ain't no good to nobody else. If you ain't happy, how can you assist somebody else in their happiness? How can you be a successful support system to somebody else if you're not healthy? The help can't help nobody, baby. If you're in need, you can't supply somebody else's need. Hello. If you need help, you cannot help nobody else. The help can't help nobody. So you got to make sure you good. Then you can check on everybody else. Because if you're not good, you're not of any benefits or you're not an asset to any alignment to anybody else. You got to make sure you straight first. But that jewel, let's get to that jewel. Let's get to that jewel. Sometimes when the spirit is very unbalanced, sometimes when life is off track, you have to, as Mac said in the song, get away. Get away can be either taking a trip. Get away can be, a day trip or, going somewhere that you ain't never been. But when it comes to getting away, sometimes all that really means to reset the spirit, the mind, heart, body, and soul is really, truly getting out of your norm. That means you got to do something out of your day-to-day routine, your normal routine. Sometimes you got to get away to reset the mind, heart, body, and soul because a lot of us are living a routine lifestyle for the most part, where you're doing the same thing. You're doing a lot of things over and over and over again. Sometimes to reset the mind, heart, body, and soul, especially when you're low in spirit or you're low in heart, you got to do something out of your norm. This won't be a trigger. It'll be a reset button. So those of you that are low in frequency, you unbalanced, you feel like life is like you're not on track. You really not in a good headspace. Get out of your norm. That means your normal is not healthy. Or something is in your norm that is not assisting you the way you were expecting it to. So you got to do something different to reset how you feeling or how you've been viewing your life, your perspective. And I just got that just from listening to Matt. Because sometimes you got to get away. Sometimes getting away is taking a trip. Whether it's out of city or out of the country. But sometimes a simple getaway is simply, life says in wisdom, when you need to simply get away, all life is saying, come out of your norm. Come out of your normal routine. That's all you got to do. Come out of your normal routine because something in your routine is not healthy. Something in your routine has went stale. Something in your routine has started to falter or been more of a hindrance to you. And now it's time for a change. Because look how you feeling. Look how you reacting. Look how you moving. Look how you think. Look at your perspective on life. Yeah, your norm ain't good. Some of y'all create lifestyles that are not healthy. Because look how it goes good for a little while, but then you come back to that same old feeling, that same old emotion, that same old mentality. That's why some of y'all lifestyles need to be broken up. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be destroyed. It needs to be thrown in the dumpster or the garbage can. Because it's not good for where you're trying to be. It's not healthy for where you're trying to go. It's not beneficial to what you're trying to obtain or have in life. So some of your lifestyles shouldn't even be established. Not in that way. Because that way ain't healthy for you. The biggest question I ask in my session is how you feel. After all you said, after all you done, after all you're doing, how do you truly feel right there? That's all I really care about. You know why? Because we can't talk about yesterday. Because yesterday's gone, you can't change it. We can't talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow take care of itself when it gets here. All you got is right now. How do you feel on this Wellness Shake Wednesday? Because some of you have created lifestyles that are not healthy for you and dang sure won't be healthy to your children. Because children don't learn by what you say, they learn by what you do. They operate in your consistency. And some of y'all, your consistency isn't healthy. Because some of your problems are unaddressed. This is how you form generational curses. Because the way you function, the way you operate. Certain people I don't even like because the way they think. Like, why you think like that? Negative all the time. Complaining all the time. That's so unhealthy. What have you accomplished in the 24 hours when you complained all the time? It's impossible for you to honestly say to yourself that you really capitalized off today if you complained the whole day. Some of y'all function just like the weather. It's raining outside, it's raining in you. Hello. The weather's down, you down too. Hello. You function just like the weather. At some point, you got to grow up. At some point, you got to mature. At some point, you got to say enough. When is enough? Let me ask you a question. When is enough going to be enough? I'll wait. I got my watch on, but I don't need to know what time it is. When is enough going to be enough? With what you're going through right now and what you've been through, when is enough going to be enough? At some point of your life, you got to say it's time for a change. Changing your body, changing the way you're thinking, changing how you speak, changing how you respond. God is saying somewhere in your life, there needs to be a change. At some point, you got to say enough is enough. I ain't going through that no more. I ain't talking about that no more. I'm not entertaining that person anymore. I ain't going to that place no more. I ain't eating like that no more. At some point, you got to say to whatever's hindering you, stopping you, block you, it's time for a change. That's my question for you. When is enough going to be enough? How long are you going to settle? How long are you going to sit and operate at that low vibration or that low frequency? How long are you going to defile your worth? Whereas you, i.e., are in a position where you're faltering because of what you allow and what you accept. Hello. Some of y'all, the way people treat you, you don't even deserve it. You don't deserve it, but yet you're receiving it because of what you allow and what you accept. You must don't know your worth. You must don't love you. Because look at how you allow and accept people to operate in your life in that way, in that demeanor. But you said you want to have a great life. What the lie detector has determined, that is a lie. Look at what you allow. Some of y'all allow certain people to move because you either got a child by them, or that's your mama, or that's your daddy, that's your friend you grew up with. You let them slide. No, they shouldn't be able to slide. If it's dishonorable, if what they say and what they do affects you, they shouldn't be able to slide. Just because they got a title, just because that's your family, just because they got the same last name, just because that's your blood, they shouldn't be able to slide. No, hold people accountable. The same way you hold yourself accountable. But I'm going to tell you something, and people don't like to hear this, but I'm going to tell you something. People treat you how you treat you. Hello. People treat you how you treat you. That is the reality. So if you ever wonder why people treat you a certain type of way, look at how you treat you. Because life is inside out, not outside in. People treat you how you treat you. So somebody on this live need to learn how to treat themselves better. Because when you treat you better, you'll teach other people how to move and treat you in a better way. The problem with your life is you're not setting no high standard. You're not setting a standard that's high enough to be respected. Oh, man. Your life is not at a standard where people are respecting who you are, what you believe in, and what you stand for. That's why people move the way they move with you. I often laugh to myself. It's funny, not funny. Or this is a Tamar moment. Seriously funny. Meaning it's serious, but it's also funny at the same time. I often laugh or, giggle a little bit when I see the way certain people move with me. Respectfully. I always say to myself, well, you put some respect on your name. They must know. Or they'll find out. When I get real quiet, that's when you should be concerned. I'm very outspoken. But if I get quiet, you need to be concerned. Because I'm very outspoken. That's if you know me. If you know me and I get very quiet when I'm very outspoken, you should be concerned. Because I'm quiet for a very particular reason. I told you, when it comes to who I am and how I am, hey, my actions can be deadly, but my absence is deadlier. Hello. 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 I said my actions towards you could be deadly, but my absence is deadlier. Because, baby, knowing who I am, how I am, what I bring to the table, that asset spirit, when I remove myself from a certain situation, baby, you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it, baby. I'm telling you, gonna feel it. There's gonna be a shift in your life. Because I come with stability. That's just who I am. I'm a workhorse. I don't work hard, I work smart. I'm serious about everything I do because I value my time. When I say I'm in, baby. When I say I got your back, I got your back. When I tell you I love you, baby, I love you to the end of the earth. When I say we going to get this, baby, we going to get this one way or another. We going to figure this thing out. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. That's just who I am. And it's proven on stats, statistics, and data. Data, it proves it. The track record. History proves it. See, when you operate like this consistently and you got the facts and data and statistics to prove it, that's just who you are. See, some people have good moments in life, and some people, that's just who they are. That's just who they are. But while we talking about being an asset, let's address the elephant in the room. Stability. Stability. Let me ask you a question. Are you stable? I mean mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually, financially. Are you stable, baby? Are you truly stable, kings and queens? Wisdom says, no matter how successful you are, no matter how successful you think yourself to be, no matter how much success you think you have, one is not stable without a covering and a support system. Hello. Hello. Oh, man, I just had a conversation with my brother about this. Boy, I don't care how successful you think or know yourself to be. If it's not back behind something, baby, you in trouble. You're in trouble. You're unstable. You're unstable. Your success is always contingent upon your covering and your support system. Some might say, well, what is a covering? I mean the people that protects you, the people that prays for you, the people that always check up on you. That is your covering. Stability, or I should say support system. The very people you can count on that's going to support you in whatever you are doing or willing to do for yourself. Example, I'm the king of analogies of comparisons, but here's the reality. Floyd Mayweather, he's undefeated in boxing. You think he would be who he is without the people in the corner of his life? Them very people that's in his corner when he's fighting, you think Floyd would be who he is right now without them? He wouldn't. You are only as good as your support system. I had to tell a nincompoop today, hey, you're doing great. You're doing well, but yet you're still unstable. Huh? What? You're doing great. You're doing well, but you're still unstable. Well, how? How, JP? How are you unstable? I said, your success is not backed behind nothing. No different from the dollar, the US dollar. What is it backed by? The military? See, Africa is one of the most richest places because of the resources. So if they put their money out and back it with natural resources, it's being backed by something. Your success has to be backed by something. The elder said it best in wisdom. It is one thing to get a blessing, and it's a whole other thing to be able to keep it and enjoy it. Can you say that about some of the things you have accomplished in life? Were you able to keep it, pass it down, or enjoy it? See, getting the blessing is just one part of the game. Keeping it is a whole nother ball game. So you can be successful, as I told a person earlier, you're doing great, but you need to make sure you have a strong support system, a covering, because as quick as you got it, you can lose it. And the reason why I said she was unstable is because the reality is you won't know how unstable you are until trouble comes. Till trials and tribulations come, till challenges come, and that will prove that you are unstable. Yeah, you worked hard to get this. You work hard to get that. But what is backing you? You ain't got no friends. You can't count on your family. You ain't got no mate. So what's backing you when things go wrong? Oh, you got you? You can't have you while you in trouble. You can't stabilize you while you going through. What's backing you, baby? Because in her whole mind, her whole countenance changed because I challenged her to open up her mind and to remind her or help her see that the reality is you're doing great, but you're not stable yet. You're not being backed by nothing. If everything goes to hell right now, who's going to save you? Who's going to be your heaven? Who's going to make sure you're good? Who can you call right now that would drop everything and they're there for you? Oh, you don't have nobody. But you said you're stable. You're not stable, baby. You're not. Not by a long shot. Because you don't have nobody to back you, support you, cover you. And you know this, you'll realize this whether it comes today or tomorrow or down the road, next year or the next 6 months, you'll find out when trials come, tribulations come, all these calamities come. What you have will become something you had because you never realized how important a support system is. Floyd wouldn't be who he is without the people in his corner. Floyd wouldn't be undefeated or have the money he had without the people in his corner. Don't be no fool. Ain't no such thing as an independent man or woman. You didn't even come out your mama's vagina by herself. By yourself. You ain't come out. You wasn't created by yourself. Wisdom says, if it took two to make you, it's going to take two, at least two or more, to sustain you, help you, support you, stabilize what you accomplish in life. Don't be no fool. You can't do this life by yourself. Everybody needs somebody. If I meet you and you ain't got no friends, something ain't right about you. Because you don't see the value in a support system. You don't see the value in friendship. You don't see the value in family. And sometimes family ain't your blood relatives or the people got your last name. Family is the very people you deal with on a day-to-day basis. That's your family. Where you put most of your time at, that is your family. It ain't got to be blood. You ain't got to have the same last name. Where you put your time at, that is your family. Hello. That's where your love is. Where you put most of your time, that's where your love is. So if you put your time around a lot of certain people, that's your family. But are you truly stable? Do you have somebody, whether it's one or whether it's 20, do you have somebody you can call right now if something went left? You can call and without a shadow of a doubt, they'll be there. You're only as good as your support system. Some of y'all ain't backed by nothing. You're doing great, but you're alone. You're by yourself. You're not being backed by anything, a covering or a support system, and that makes you unstable. I don't care what you accomplish. I don't care how many degrees you got. I don't care how much you make on your job. I don't care how much money you got saved in the bank. It does not matter, because certain things happen in life that money can't get you out of. Certain things happen in life that your mama can't get you out of, your daddy can't get you out of, a car can't get you out of, bail money can't get you out of. Certain circumstances. Do you have people you can truly count on? Because if you don't, you're unstable no matter what you've accomplished, no matter how many degrees you have, no matter how much money you make, you are unstable because you're not being backed by nothing. You don't have a support system. You don't have a covering. So there is no independent individual. That's a false reality or a false narrative that people lie to themselves through pride. Yeah, I'm independent. Yeah, I'm a boss. I do this all by myself. No, you don't. You need to wake yourself up. You don't even know what's going on in the world when you sleep. Anything can happen to you in your sleep. No, you're not independent. The best successes had help. The most richest people on the planet had help and needed help. So the reality is no. Are you stable or are you truly unstable? Because if your success ain't being backed by a support system, ain't being backed by love, ain't being backed by family, friends, or a mate, ain't being backed by something that's going to stabilize your life, even when you go through challenges, you are unstable. And you're going to lose everything you don't work hard for because you didn't respect life. Stability does matter, and it comes in the form of a support system, a covering, where certain people, places, and things are going to back you when you're going through. When you're going through, whether your heart is being broken, whether your money is low, whether you injure your body, I'm telling you, you need a support system. Everybody needs somebody sometime. So I'm never too prideful. I'm going to tell you something. Before I make a serious decision, I call my brothers, man. We be on a three-way calling, and I'll pick their brains before I make a decision. I ain't nobody's fool, and I'm good at what I do. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not prideful to a point where I can't receive help, or I'm not too prideful to ask questions. I'm not too prideful to say that I don't know something when I'm trying to learn something. Or I'm trying to get something done. I ain't too proud to say, hey, man, I don't know. Or I don't understand. Or I've never experienced that. Or I just simply need some help. Some of y'all so prideful that you won't even ask for help. You just going to pride this thing out, huh? Old fool, because new fools become old fools. Because you're too prideful. At some point, you just got to grow up. If I need help, I just need help. If it ain't working, it just ain't working. But I ain't about to sit here and lie and say I'm okay knowing that I'm not. You're unstable mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually, financially, every entity of your life. Because a double-minded man is unstable in all his or her ways. Because if you did it over there, you'll do it over here. Hello. You'll do it over here too. Who you fooling? If you cheat over there, what makes me think you wouldn't cheat over here? All it takes is the right situation, the right opportunity, and you're going to show yourself to be who you've been all your life. Who you really truly are. Your character will be revealed. You're not being backed by nothing. If you don't have family, friends, or a mate, or a support system, a covering, you are unstable because you're not being backed by something. And I'm telling you, and you find this out when you go through things in life. Everybody, I don't care if you got just one person in your life, you need somebody that's going to back you on how you living. Otherwise, how you living is unstable. And I'm going to tell you, trials and tribulations are going to come. And what you have or what you accomplish won't last. If Floyd didn't have the people he had in his corner, Floyd would have been knocked out. Floyd would have been taken L. But he's being backed by a strong support system. He's being backed by people who not only train, but also believe in him. And when things go left, he can go back to the corner of his life, regroup, reassess, get advice, and then get back to life or get back to the fight just so he can win. That's how your life should be. You live, you grow, you make decisions, you experience. But every now and then, when you need some help, some support, or some advice, you need counsel. My brothers are my counsel. We have conference calls maybe like 2 or 3 times out of the week where we talk about anything and everything, or we talk about business, or we talk about new opportunities, or where we passing jewels, or we're saying a prayer with one another. Something that's going to complement not only our brotherhood, but complement our lives and our households individually. And dang for sure, if there's a big decision that needs to be made, I am not making it by myself. I will never pride myself to know it all, thinking I can do it all, and want to do this life by myself when God has given me certain entities to trust and believe in to help me. So yeah, I don't pride myself in that. What I do, even if I know what I want to do, what they say, 2 heads are better than one. Well, I make it 3. When I'm about to make a big decision, I'll get both of my brothers on the phone and we'll talk. We'll have a conversation about it. Now instead of just making a decision off just my perspective, I get to make a decision off my perspective, his perspective, and his perspective. That is wisdom. Because now I got the opportunity to make the best decision for what's best for the results. I'm not proud to say, oh yeah, oh I know it all, or I'm independent, or I'm going to do it all. No, that's a fool. You're going to be a fool. You're going to cheat yourself out of the better results. Because you can be thinking one way, but then if you impute to other people, now you have a clear understanding. Now you get other people's perspective to make an even better perspective on your own. Yeah. I'm like, bro, what you think about this? Well, if it was me, man, I would do this. Or he'll say, well, I done did that before, man. This is how you should do it. But how can they assist you if they don't know? How can they assist me if they don't know? This is why counsel is very important. Having a support system, family, friendship, bond, whoever, however, a mate, somebody that you can go to help you navigate through life in a better way. That's what you need. You said you want to be successful. You said you want to be happy. Well, you need some real people in your life that can help you navigate so you can stop repeating mistakes. doing the same thing over and over again, experiencing high levels of setback. Why? Because you just want to do what you want to do and how you want to do it with no other suggestions or advice. Come on now. We know who the problem is. The problem is you, self, because you're selfish. And you don't want to know better to do better because you won't change the era of your ways. You won't turn away from it. These habits are hard to break once you establish them. Yeah. So now I'm not making I like this, think that I'm just this very wise guy, smart guy. I ain't nobody's fool. My mama didn't raise no fool. So I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to certain situations, yeah, I'm going to call and get both of them knuckleheads on the phone. I'm like, yo, what y'all think about this? Let me know. Give me your temperament. Give me your perspective on this. Because I'm trying to figure this out. And hearing him lets me know, gives me a better assessment on this decision so I can make it in a better way. Yeah, a healthy one. So I'm telling you, don't pride yourself. If you don't have a support system, if you don't have nothing backing what you're doing right now, you're unstable. And you definitely will find this out when challenges come, trials and tribulations come. I'm telling you, you'll lose everything you got, everything you have, because you ain't being backed. You ain't being covered. What you have ain't being stabilized. You're not on a foundation. No. So you are only as good as your support system. The very people who back you in life. And if you don't establish a support system, or you don't establish a friendship, or you can't establish a healthy family orientation, then you're very unstable. And when life hits you, you can potentially lose everything you got or everything you work hard for because you wasn't being backed by nothing. You don't have a support system to advise you on making a better route or navigate through life in a better way. Come on now. You got one life to live. Yeah, she was very offended when I said she was unstable. But then, I cared enough to break it down to her. And I further explained to her. And she heard me. She felt me. It made sense. Yeah, you're doing great. But what's backing that greatness? How you going to keep that level of greatness in your life, in your mind, in your heart, your spirit, without nobody supporting it? So you're a loner. You're going to alone yourself through life. No, baby, you ain't being. I'm going to tell you something about the devil. Let me tell you something not only about the devil, let me tell you something about an enemy. Let me tell you something about a rapist. Let me tell you something about an abuser. They come for or attack people that are not being covered and protected. Hello. A predator seeks females that don't have a covering. Especially when they see the father's not in the picture. Especially when they don't see that person with any guy friends, somebody that could potentially protect them or cover them. You ain't been backed by nothing. Some of y'all women are open season to a bunch of predators because you ain't being covered. You ain't got no male presence around. You ain't got no mannerisms around. So yeah, you look like fresh meat on the line. You look very attackable because you ain't under no covering. You ain't being backed by nothing. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. You're just going to have to set it up in your mind, heart, body, so you know what? I got to do better. Move in wisdom. But you are only as good as your support system. I don't care how good you think you are. You can't do this by yourself, baby. Nah. Why you want to work so hard anyway? Don't be no fool. Why you want to work so hard anyway? You want to pride yourself. The Bible says pride always comes before the fall. A lot of y'all be so prideful just to fall slap on your face because you prideful. Humble is the way. Being modest is the way. Peace is better than money. As my mother always say, peace is better than money. Because sometimes you can have money, baby, and still be unhappy. Peace is better than money. You can have a wad of money in your hand and still be unhappy. Peace is better than money. Because peace gives you that calm that surpasses all understanding, that can not only heal your spirit, but heal your body, but put you in a good headspace where you can enjoy life. You can enjoy life in a healthier way. I always say at the end of my life, you ain't on my life for me. You on my life for you. Ain't nobody putting a gun in your head. You on my life for you. I hope what I've said have inspired you or touched you in some type of way to live your best life going forward and make better choices. Those of you, if I've inspired you in some type of way, my Venmo, my Cash App is in the title. It's in the comments as well. But I'm going to tell you something. Make sure the life that you want and the life you live in is supported or backed by something that attests and align more to stability. Hello. Like and share. Like and share. Send it to somebody who need their life to be stabilized, because some of y'all didn't realize you're very unstable. You ain't being supported or backed by nothing. You ain't got nothing to stand on. Ain't no foundation around. You need a covering. Somebody that's going to cover you, both physically and spiritually. Hello. I'm telling you, it's Wellness Check Wednesday. As I always say, check up on you, then check up on your people. You can't do nothing for nobody else until you've done it for yourself first. You got one life to live. Y'all better start tripping on stupid stuff. Don't be no fool, wasting your time on stuff that don't matter, stuff you can't change nor control. Don't be no fool. Don't be no dummy. I know a lot of dummies, and I'll be looking at them like, oh, you just going to be a dummy today. You're going to waste your time not realizing that today could be your last day on earth, but you focus on something that don't matter, imputing your mind, your heart, and your spirit in that direction. You got to be a whole dummy, because today could be your last day, and that's how you want to end it. That's how you want to end it. You can't be too bright if that's how you want to end it. So I'm telling you, make better choices, and you'll live a better life. Make better decisions consistently, and you'll live a better lifestyle. Because anything you can do for more than 21 days becomes a lifestyle. Yeah. I love y'all, man. I am J Pitts Presents. I am your life coach. The class is dismissed. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, shout out to Mac Aries, man. Y'all need to get up, check his album out, Mac Aries. But yeah, I'm going to tell you something. You got one life to live, and at the end of the day, I need you to make some decisions right now that's going to make the future you look back at the you of you today and say thank you. Hello. I said I need you to make some serious decisions right now that's going to make the future you look back at the you of you today and say thank you. Thank you. I'm still thanking the younger me, because the younger me helped the me you see today. If that younger me didn't make certain decisions, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I need you to make some decisions today that's going to make the future you look back at the you of you today and say thank you. I appreciate it. I love y'all. I am J Pitts Presents. I am your life coach, and class is dismissed. We out. Wellness Check Wednesday, baby.